To a 500-point game between Space Marines and Chaos Daemons. For the Chaos Daemons army, they're being led by a Herald of Khorne on a Juggernaut with an exalted reward. He rode Warp Tether, so when he is slain for the first time, he is removed from battle and put into ongoing reserves with a single wound. His Warlord trait is Destroyer of Mortals. He has brought along 3 Blood Crushers with a Blood Hunter and a Banner of Blood, and 2 squads of Bloodletters with Blood Reapers. The Space Marine army is being led by a Chaplain with a Jump Pack and Melta Bombs. He has 2 5-man assault squads, 2 Rhinos, and 2 5-man tactical squads with Flamers. His Warlord trait is Night Attacker, making the game night fighting on turn 1, and they're using the Raven Guard chapter tactics. The mission is Contact Lost, so each team will get a single objective card at the start of their turn, and will then draw an objective card for each objective that they hold at the start of each turn after the first. On the Demons' first turn, they have drew Big Game Hunter. On the Demons' first turn, the Bloodletters are moving up towards Space Marines. This squad is holding Objective 4 to draw a card at the start of their second turn, and the Warlord and his unit of Blood Crushers are holding Objective 6 to draw another card on the second turn. On the Space Marines' first turn, they have drew Secure Objective 5. On the Space Marines' turn, they have scored their first point for Secure Objective 5. The Librarian has moved into this house, hoping to take cover from the approaching demons. The second Rhino is securing Objective 2 to secure a card on the second turn, and there's a melee combat between these Assault Marines and these Demons. The Assault Marines in combat with the Bloodletters took 3 wounds while dealing 3 wounds back to the Demons, resulting in a tied combat. On the Demons' turn, they have drew 2 more objectives behind enemy lines and secure Objective 6, and they still have Big Game Hunter from the previous turn. On the Demons' turn, this squad of Bloodletters has moved over to secure Objective 6 for 1 point, and the Warlord and his Blood Crushers have charged the Chaplain and his Assault Marines. In this melee combat, we first have the Herald of Khorne with his 5 attacks hitting on 3s. There are 4 hits wounding on 2s. The Chaplain is going to try and take some of the wounds on his invulnerable save on a 4+. He's took a single wound, and so will put the last wound onto one of the Space Marines. The rest of the Blood Crushers are attacking the Space Marines, with the black dice being a challenge between the Blood Hunter and the Assault Marine Sergeant. There are 11 attacks hitting on 3s. There were actually 13 attacks, of which 8 hit, wounding on 2s. There are 7 wounds, and the Chaplain is going to try and take as many of those wounds as he can on a 4+, and the Chaplain is dead, and the rest of the Assault Marines are also dead. It is now the Space Marines' turn to attack because they are the same initiative as the Demons. They have 11 attacks, hitting on 4s, re-rolling. There were only 4 hits, so the re-rolls on 4s. There are now 9 hits, wounding on 4s, with 3 wounds being saved on 5s. In this combat, the Herald of Khorne and his Blood Crusher bodyguard slaughtered the unsuspecting Space Marines and their warlord, the Chaplain, scoring them first blood and slay the warlord. In this melee combat, as expected, the Assault Marines were slaughtered by the Bloodletters. On the Space Marines' second turn, they withdrew Psychological Warfare and Hold the Line. Space Marines' turn, they're getting desperate, deploying both tactical squads and both rhinos to try and take down the Blood Crushers and the Herald of Khorne. First, we have both Flamers from the tactical squads, each with 4 hits, for 8 hits in total. Wounding on 4s. There are 4 wounds being saved on 5s. Remaining 2 tactical squads are firing with their bolters, hitting on 3s. 9 hits, wounding on 4s. Two wounds being saved on 5s. And finally, the 2 rhinos will fire on the Demons with 4 shots hitting on 3s. Hits, wounding on 4s. Scoring no wounds. And the Space Marines turn their desperate attempt to take down the Chaos Demon's warlord and his bodyguard was met with failure. They only managed to take down 2 of the Blood Crushers and put out a 3rd one to a single wound, yet the warlord is completely unharmed, and the Space Marines have scored no points this turn. On the Demons' turn, they have the objectives: behind enemy lines, Big Game Hunter, Assassinate, and secure Objective 6. On the Demons' turn, their warlord is charging into both tactical squads, so the Flamers are firing their Overwatch for D3 hits, scoring 2 hits and 1 hit. Flamers scored 3 hits, wounding on 4s. Wounds being saved on 5s. Now we have the Overwatch from both of the tactical squads, hitting on 6s. Hits, wounding on 4s. Scoring no wounds. We have the Herald of Khorne with the red dice and the Blood Crusher with the black dice, hitting on 3s. 5 hits, wounding on 3s. The Space Marines need to take their fear test, so the furthest away squad will be rolling first. They have passed. Now the closest squad will be going second, and they have failed. These Marines are now fighting back with 8 attacks. The red dice are hitting on 5s because that squad failed their fear test. There was a single hit wounding on 4s. There's a wound. Single wound being saved on a 5+, which will kill the last blood crusher, leaving the Herald of Khorne on his own. Both squads have lost the combat, so now must roll their leadership tests to stay in the fight. And both squads have passed. On the Demons' turn, they scored a single point for holding Objective 6, and another point for killing a character in this combat. On the Space Marines' turn, they have drew no extra cards and only have Hold the Line. On the Space Marines' turn, the Rhinos have moved back and need one of the tactical squads to break free from the combat to secure Hold the Line. The Herald will fight first in his melee with 4 attacks hitting on 3s. 4 hits, wounding on 3s, killing 3 of the Space Marines. Marines now need to make their fear tests, with the Sergeant's squad being the black dice. And the Sergeant's squad has failed its fear test. Marines are now fighting back with 5 attacks. The black dice need 5s, and the red dice need 4s. Blood now has a 5+ save, which he has made. Marines have lost the combat and must take leadership tests. And both squads are now falling back. On the Demons' turn, they have Big Game Hunter behind enemy lines, secure Objective 6, and secure Objective 1. On the Demons' turn, the Herald of Khorne moved in behind the Rhino, wrecked it, and is now taking cover behind Objective 5. And the Bloodletters are yet again securing Objective 6 and holding Objective 4 to get extra cards on their next turn. On the Space Marines' turn, they have drew no cards yet again and only have Hold the Line. On the Space Marines' turn, they are trying to clear their back line to secure Hold the Line. The Space Marines are all firing their bolters on the Herald of Khorne, needing 3s to hit, needing 4s to wound. Herald has 4+ cover saves, and he has made all 4. On the Demons' turn, they now have Domination, Ascendancy, Kingslayer, and Supremacy as their objectives. The Chaos Demons Warlord has charged the 2 tactical squads, and they have 6 shots on Overwatch, needing 6s to hit, scoring no hits. The Herald of Khorne has 4 attacks, hitting on 3s. The Herald has Hatred and so can reroll his 1 miss. So he's now got all 4 hits. The Herald has 4 hits, wounding and killing the Space Marines on 3s. And all 4 of the Tactical Marines are dead. So now the Demons are holding Objective 6, Objective 5 and Objective 4, which will give them D3 points for Ascendancy and D3 points for Supremacy, as the Space Marines hold no objectives, giving them 5 points, and they've already killed the Warlord, giving them an extra D3 points for Kingslayer, giving them another 2 points scoring them 7 points this turn. On the Space Marines' turn, they still hold no objectives and only have hold the line, which is now incompletable as they only have a single unit. On the Space Marines' turn, the last remaining Rhino is going to try and take down the Herald of Khorne with his Stormbolter, with 2 shots hitting on 3s. Scoring 1 hit, wounding on 4s, and it is not a wound. It is now the end of turn 5, and on the roll of a 1 or a 2, the game will end. And the game will continue on to turn 6, with there being only a single Space Marine tank left to fight against the Daemons. On the Daemons' turn, they have drew 3 new cards: Secure Objective 2, Blood and Guts, and Hungry for Glory. The Herald of Khorne has moved in and charged the last remaining Space Marine Rhino with his 5 attacks, re-rolling his misses. Re-rolling his 2 misses, scoring 4 hits. Now has 4 hits, which will glance the tank on 4s. And the tank has been taken down with 4 wounds, meaning the Daemons have wiped the Space Marines completely off the board. At this point, the game is over. There are no Space Marines left on the board, with this squad of Daemons doing nothing all game but securing Objective 6. This squad of Daemons only taking 6 casualties. The Herald losing his bodyguard of Blood Crushers and being put down to 1 dude, 1 wound, but slaughtering the remaining Space Marine forces. This is a Daemons victory of 17 points to 1 point, with the Space Marines only securing a single point during the game.